What up? So it has been a hot minute since I made a video. But I realized when talking to a friend earlier today that yesterday, the 18th, was my 6 month mark since I had surgery, because I had surgery on August 18th, 2020. And my 6 month official appointment with my doctor is next Wednesday, so it makes sense. Any hootie. God, I'm so weird. I apologize, but not really. So a lot of changes, I think. So I am going off of my personal scale at home because it's easier than trying to do the back and forth with their scale and my scale. So just little numbers for you. Heaviest I weighed June 24th, the day I had my EGD before I could get approved for surgery, and I weighed 331. And yesterday I weighed and I was 235. So I am like 4 or 5 pounds away from being 100 pounds down since June. And the majority of that was like 2 weeks before surgery and after. So holy shit. All right. Like when you think about weight loss and you think, well, and you go through the process, you often don't see the changes, or your mind plays tricks on you and you don't notice that you're actually losing weight, or comments are made, or you see your saggy skin, and things are just, it's a game that you play. But when you look at the scale and look at the numbers, and I'm almost 100 pounds down in 6 months, how mind-blowing that is and how life-changing that truly is. Sorry, I'm laughing at my dog. He's just staring at the trash can. Oh, he moved. I was going to show you. But anyway, I did this journey for a lot of reasons. One, to find myself again, to be able to love myself, and to have the reflection in the mirror reflect what I see in my own brain. I've never seen myself as this large person. Did I have to always constantly worry if I could sit in a chair without it breaking? Did I worry about if I could fit in an airplane seat and buckle the seatbelt without needing an extender? Did I have all those things all day long? And do they still haunt me? Absolutely. But I actually can see myself in the reflection and actually see me. And the number one reason I did it is to regain my health. My family on both sides has heart disease, and it's something I've known for a long time. And 3 years ago, I almost lost my dad to a heart attack. My mom, because they had been married for so long, was like, oh, I've been eating the same diet, so I should get my heart checked. And she needed a stent. Her widowmaker artery, I think, was 70 or 80% blocked. And I myself was like, oh man, I grew up with them. I was raised on the same diet. I'm super overweight. I had had my mini stroke 3 years ago almost myself, and I knew I needed to change and just couldn't get the changes made. And I started seeing a cardiologist myself just to get checked because I was that scared. And because I weighed over 300 pounds, the stress test they wanted to perform was going to take 2 days, and I couldn't take 2 days off of work to get the test done, so I have never had it done. And last week, one of my uncles had a heart attack and couldn't be revived. And so we laid him to rest on Monday, and then not even 2 days after Uncle Don passed away, my Uncle Chris had a heart attack. If I hadn't taken the steps and had this surgery 6 months ago, that probably could have been me having that heart attack. I still have never gone to the cardiologist to get checked. It's on my list to get scheduled and get that test done now that I could get it done in one day. But my health and living a life was number one priority. And that's just a couple of reasons why I was scared of dying, but dying was high on that list because of my health and my weight. But anyway, I've had great success. I've had amazing support. I still have body dysmorphia, and I think I will deal with that for a long time. And I'll show you why. I'm redoing my floors, and so I don't have flooring, but plywood, so my chair slides. But anyways, this is me. Things have changed a lot. Went from wearing a 3X top, and this is an extra large. And as you can see, like, it's baggy in some areas. That still blows my mind. These pants are a large. And I was wearing 3X, both upper and lower. I mean, I probably could have been 2X lower, but I like my clothes baggy. So these are finally fitting where I like them. And I've gone from 46, 48s down to 38s. Like I said, I'm in extra large pants now. And things are just really changing for me that way. The body dysmorphia that I mentioned, me and a other friend of mine that went through bariatric surgery about 2 months before me are struggling. And the reason this happens is because we have been overweight. I've been overweight most of my life. So seeing myself skinnier now, I still see myself as the large person, right? I still struggle thinking, oh, I've lost the weight. And the other part of that is, and I've always had big arms. Like I said, I've been big my whole life, but you can just tell that this is just my fat's coming out of that, which is great. It'll tone up when I start lifting, but I struggle because I still see this in pictures, right? And it's still there. The other side, and what I struggle with, is how much, and yes, there's still fat here. I have plenty left to lose. I'm not saying that I'm where I need to be, but this is becoming just skin. And I have it down here too. And the skin is really what gets me. It makes me struggle in realizing how much I've actually lost. But I get asked all the time, would I go through this again? And 100%, I would absolutely do this again. Even with the numbness in my legs, which we found out they think is I have a herniated disc between L4, L5, and a couple tears between L3, L5. And I was doing physical therapy, which some days helped, some days made things way worse. So I still do some of those at home, but not often, to be real honest. But I would go through this 100 times again to get these results and to finally feel good in my own body, to just change my life. This is something I was going to do years ago, and I lost my insurance and just wasn't in a place to pay that much money out of pocket. And I am just so excited to be on this journey and to continue to change. And I'm hoping I'll be at my goal weight, which is 180 pounds by my birthday, which is in June. If I get there, great. If not, it's not the end of the world, and I still have plenty of time to get that weight off. But the increase in my life, the quality of my life is astronomical. And what I am able to do is amazing, even with the numbness in my legs. But anywho, I just wanted to update, things. If you're going through this process, or if you've been through it, or if you have a loved one that's thinking about it, and you question, I get that. I understand the concern, and I had that on my, from my family too. But would you rather that person have the ability to gain a life like I've gained? Gain control of who they are, what they eat, how they eat, and really shine as a person? Or do you worry too much about the risk? Because yes, there are risks involved. There's a chance of regain, but if a person is serious about this, then that is slim to happen. But anywho, I just want to check in, let you all know I'm doing great. Life is wonderful, outside of my two uncles. Take your health serious. Please, I beg you. If you struggle with weight, if you have any sickness like that in your family, get yourself checked. It's worth it to know that you'll be okay. And yeah, things happen and you can't always control that, but some things you can control, I love life, and I'm so grateful for where I'm at. But anywho, that's my little check-in, and I hope everyone's doing well. Much love.